Doctors won't tell you what happens when you fast 16 hours a day, but your body will. See, we've been conditioned to believe that eating 6 times a day is the key to energy and health. Yet, deep down, your body is begging for a break. Fasting isn't starvation, it's activation. It's your body's ancient operating system coming back online after years of metabolic confusion. When you go without food for 16 hours, something incredible happens. Your insulin drops, your fat burning hormones rise, and your body finally gets the signal to repair instead of store. It's not a diet. It's a biological reset, a way to tap into the innate intelligence within you. The same intelligence that knows how to heal a cut, grow a baby, and fight off disease without a single supplement. In just 30 days of consistent fasting, you'll start feeling mental clarity like never before. At 90 days, inflammation subsides, cravings disappear, and your energy soars. By 365 days, a full year, your metabolism becomes flexible, your body composition changes, and you unlock a level of vitality you might have forgotten was possible. Most doctors won't talk about this because there's no prescription for fasting. But you don't need another pill. You need to trust your body's wisdom. Your cells are listening. Every hour you fast, you're sending a message. I trust you to heal. So here's my question for you. Have you ever tried fasting 16 hours a day? What changes did you notice in your mood, your focus, your body? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. The first 30 days of fasting 16 hours a day are what I call your biological reboot. This is where your body begins to remember how powerful it actually is. You're not just skipping breakfast. You're reprogramming millions of years of biology that's been hijacked by constant snacking, sugar cravings, and emotional eating. Let's talk about what's really happening under the hood. When you start fasting, your hunger hormone, ghrelin, begins to rewire itself. Ghrelin is like a little timekeeper in your body. It rings the hunger bell based on your past eating patterns. If you've been eating every 3 hours, it expects food every 3 hours. But when you start fasting 16 hours, you're teaching ghrelin a new rhythm. At first, those hunger waves hit hard, like clockwork. But here's the magic. Within a couple of weeks, the waves get smaller, then softer, and eventually, they fade. Your hunger becomes calm, controlled, and predictable. You're no longer controlled by food. Food becomes fuel, not a crutch. Now imagine this Sandra, a 35-year-old office worker, used to start her mornings with a muffin and coffee, crash by 10 a.m., snack until lunch, and then feel bloated by 3 p.m. Her digestive system, let's call it Digestive Sandra, never got a break, constantly working, processing, and inflamed. But when she began fasting 16 hours a day, Digestive Sandra finally got to rest. During those fasting hours, her gut lining began to heal, inflammation cooled down, and the beneficial bacteria started to flourish again. Her digestion became smoother, bloating vanished, and she no longer needed that mid-afternoon caffeine hit just to stay awake. That's the power of gut healing through fasting. When you're not constantly digesting, your body redirects energy from breaking down food to cleaning house, repairing cells, balancing hormones, and detoxifying the gut. It's like giving your digestive system a spa day every single day. By the end of the first month, something profound starts to happen. Your cravings begin to dissolve. That 9 p.m. sugar urge, gone. The emotional attachment to snacking, weakening. You start to experience what true metabolic freedom feels like. You're no longer living to eat, you're eating to live. Your brain fog lifts because your energy is no longer wasted on constant digestion. The mitochondria in your cells, your body's energy engines, begin to wake up. Your brain starts running on ketones, a cleaner, more efficient fuel than glucose. And suddenly, you feel this calm alertness, a mental clarity that feels almost electric. During these 30 days, visceral fat, the dangerous fat around your organs, begins to melt away. This isn't the fat you pinch on your waist. It's the fat you can't see, the one driving inflammation, insulin resistance, and chronic disease. Fasting activates a process called lipolysis, where your body finally starts burning stored fat for energy instead of demanding more sugar. Your insulin levels drop, your fat-burning hormones like human growth hormone, (HGH) rise, and your metabolism begins to shift gears. You'll notice subtle but powerful signs. Your clothes fit differently, your face looks less puffy, and your energy stabilizes throughout the day. You stop crashing after meals. You stop thinking about food all the time. You start trusting your body again. Now, let's be real. The first 10 days might challenge you. You might feel hungry, irritable, or tired. That's your body detoxing from sugar dependency and adjusting to a new fuel system. But that discomfort, it's the sound of healing. Every time you say no to that snack and yes to your fast, you're teaching your body resilience. You're proving to yourself that you're in control, not your cravings, not your habits, not your hunger hormones. By day 30, your biology has begun to align with your goals. Your ghrelin has adapted, your gut is cleaner, your energy sharper. You've completed your first metabolic milestone. Your body is no longer a sugar burner, it's becoming a fat-burning, self-healing machine. This is what most people miss when they talk about intermittent fasting benefits. It's not just about losing weight. It's about regaining communication with your body. It's about teaching your metabolism to trust you again. Fasting 16 hours a day is not deprivation, it's liberation. You've just finished your first 30 days, and your body is whispering, "I remember who I am." By the time you reach 90 days of fasting 16 hours a day, your body is no longer experimenting, it's evolving. This is where the magic of fasting becomes visible and visceral. You're not just losing fat, you're recalibrating your biology. The first 30 days were about rewiring hunger and healing the gut. Now, your metabolism steps into a higher gear. The results are undeniable. A sharper focus, deeper sleep, and fat melting from places that seemed stuck for years. Let's start with fat loss. Not the surface, level, scale, obsessed version, but the deep, cellular kind. In these 90 days, your body continues to lower insulin, the storage hormone, and raises the fat-burning hormones like human growth hormone, HGH, and testosterone. That combination unlocks your visceral fat, the stubborn fat around your liver, and organs that drives inflammation and disease. When insulin is low and HGH is high, your body says, finally, we can burn stored energy. This is the metabolic freedom you've been seeking. Your belly starts to flatten, your waist tightens, and your body composition begins to shift in real time. But there's something even more powerful happening behind the scenes. Autophagy. Think of autophagy as your body's internal janitor. Every cell in your body is like a kitchen refrigerator. Over time, leftovers pile up, old proteins, toxins, damaged mitochondria. And if you never clean it out, things start to rot. Fasting turns on the cleaning cycle. Your cells start identifying what's broken, digesting it, and recycling the good parts. It's nature's built-in detox system, not from a juice cleanse, but from your own intelligence. By around the 90-day mark, autophagy becomes your silent superpower. It rejuvenates your tissues, slows aging, and improves recovery. This is why so many people who've been fasting for 90 days report brighter skin, reduced joint pain, and sharper thinking. You're literally removing cellular junk and upgrading your biology. At this stage, your metabolism becomes flexible. That means you can easily switch between burning sugar and burning fat. Before fasting, you were a sugar burner. You needed to eat constantly because your body relied on glucose as its only energy source. But now, you've trained your mitochondria to burn fat efficiently. You can go hours without eating and still feel steady energy, stable mood, and strong focus. This is what true metabolic flexibility feels like: freedom from food dependency, blood sugar crashes, and emotional eating. And let's talk hormones. Fasting for 90 days doesn't just affect your waistline, it balances your entire endocrine system. Your insulin sensitivity improves dramatically, meaning your cells now respond properly to insulin, pulling glucose out of the blood instead of storing it as fat. Your growth hormone surges, sometimes up to 1,000%, helping you build lean muscle and repair tissue. In men, testosterone levels rise naturally as inflammation drops and fat loss accelerates. Women experience improved progesterone and estrogen balance, leading to smoother cycles and better energy. This is not a quick fix, it's a full metabolic reset. Inflammation, that hidden fire behind fatigue, weight gain, and autoimmune flare-ups, also begins to calm down. When you stop eating around the clock, your immune system finally gets to shift its focus from digestion to defense and repair. People who've struggled for years with bloating, skin conditions, joint pain, or brain fog start to feel lighter, cleaner, and clearer. The body is no longer in crisis mode, it's operating from a place of balance. Here's what's so empowering: your body knows how to heal. You just had to remove the constant noise, the processed foods, the frequent eating, the metabolic chaos. In these 90 days, you've proven that you can go without food and feel even stronger. You've discovered that hunger doesn't control you, it's just a wave that passes. Your energy now feels different, stable, calm, yet powerful. You wake up alert, not groggy. You don't crave coffee just to function. You drink it because you want to, not because you have to. Your mind feels sharper because your brain is running on ketones, clean, burning energy that enhances focus and creativity. The autophagy benefits, the fat loss fasting, the metabolism reset, they all converge here around day 90. You're no longer chasing results, you're living them. This is the phase where people start saying, "You look different. What are you doing?" But it's not just your body changing. It's your biology aligning with your purpose. Every fast you've done up to this point has sent your body a message: I trust you. And in return, your body's been saying, I've got you. 90 days of intermittent fasting results in more than just fat loss. It's a spiritual, cellular, and metabolic awakening. Your body is no longer surviving, it's thriving. After 365 days of fasting 16 hours a day, you are no longer the same person who started this journey. The cravings, the energy crashes, the afternoon slumps, they're gone. Your relationship with food, your metabolism, your mind, all of it has transformed. This isn't just about weight loss anymore. It's about metabolic freedom, about becoming the person your biology was designed to be. Your body has undergone a full recomposition. That stubborn visceral fat, the silent killer around your organs, has been steadily melting away for months. Your liver, once burdened by sugar overload and inflammation, now functions like a clean, well-tuned engine. Your cells communicate better, your mitochondria are efficient, and your entire body moves in harmony. You look in the mirror and barely recognize yourself. The puffiness is gone. Your face looks sharper, your waist is smaller, your posture stronger. But the biggest transformation isn't what you see, it's how you feel. For many, this is where fasting becomes a way of life, not a protocol. At the 1-year mark, your insulin sensitivity is fully restored. What that means is that your body has healed its relationship with glucose. Insulin, once overworked and ignored, now functions exactly as it should. Your cells respond instantly to it, keeping blood sugar stable and energy levels consistent. For people who struggled with type 2 diabetes, this is where remission becomes reality. Fasting doesn't just manage blood sugar, it resets it. You've moved from insulin resistance to insulin intelligence. Inside your brain, the changes are just as profound. Fasting increases something called BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of it as miracle grow for your brain cells. BDNF promotes neurogenesis, the growth of new neurons, and strengthens existing neural pathways. It's the reason why after a year of fasting, people describe feeling more creative, emotionally balanced, and mentally sharp. Your brain fog has been replaced by mental clarity. Your memory feels stronger. Decision making feels smoother. You're not just thinking faster, you're thinking deeper. And here's where it gets even more beautiful. Your immune system has renewed itself through continuous autophagy. Remember, autophagy is your body's cellular cleanup system. Over time, as you fast consistently, your immune cells go through cycles of renewal. The old, inefficient ones are cleared out and replaced by new, highly functional ones. Studies have shown that after extended fasting practice, the immune system can essentially reset, reducing chronic inflammation and improving your body's defense against illness. You're no longer constantly fighting fatigue, infections, or inflammation. Your system is operating from strength, not survival. You've also unlocked something deeper. Emotional freedom. 1 year of fasting doesn't just heal your gut or your hormones, it heals your habits. You've broken the emotional loops of stress, eating, and late-night snacking. Food no longer controls your day, it enhances it. You've learned that hunger isn't an emergency, it's a signal. You've learned how to listen to your body without judgment. That's what true fasting transformation is, a blend of science and self-awareness. By this point, your daily rhythm has changed. You wake up energized, not searching for coffee. Your meals are intentional, nutrient-dense, and satisfying. You've become metabolically flexible. Your body can burn fat or glucose effortlessly, switching fuels like a hybrid car cruising through life. That's the definition of metabolic freedom. No more being chained to cravings, calories, or constant eating. You eat when you choose, not when you're told by habit or hormones. You've also extended your longevity potential. Continuous fasting promotes cellular repair, mitochondrial efficiency, and the slowing of biological aging. The science is clear. Fasting for longevity works because it gives your body time to recover, regenerate, and rebuild. You've spent a year giving your body space to breathe, and it's rewarded you with vitality that feels timeless. People around you notice it too. Your skin glows differently, your posture radiates confidence, your energy feels magnetic. You're not surviving anymore, you're thriving. You're living in alignment with your body's natural intelligence. The same body that once struggled with energy, weight, and stress is now lean, resilient, and alive. And maybe the most powerful transformation isn't physical or even biochemical, it's identity. You've proven to yourself that you can follow through, that you can commit, that you can change your biology through consistency, not complexity. You've reconnected with the deep wisdom of your body, the wisdom that doctors rarely talk about, but your biology never forgot. This is what a 1-year fasting transformation looks like: a healed metabolism, a renewed mind, a rejuvenated immune system, and a spirit that's stronger than ever. You've become unrecognizable, not because you lost who you were, but because you finally remembered who you are. Most people think fasting is just another diet, another rule book telling you when to eat, what to avoid, and how to punish yourself into losing weight. But fasting isn't a diet at all. It's a biological reset, a return to the way your body was designed to operate before modern food culture hijacked your metabolism. Dieting restricts, fasting restores. Dieting slows your metabolism, fasting wakes it up. Let's break this down with simple science. Every time you eat, your body releases insulin, the hormone that stores energy. Think of insulin like a key. It unlocks your cells so glucose can enter. But when insulin is constantly elevated, from snacking all day, eating late at night, or living on processed carbs, your cells stop responding. That's called insulin resistance, and it's the root of fatigue, stubborn fat, and chronic disease. When you start fasting 16 hours a day, you finally give insulin a break. Those fasting hours lower your insulin levels, allowing your cells to listen again. Over time, this resets your insulin sensitivity, restoring your body's ability to burn fat for fuel instead of storing it. That's the power of fasting via diet. Diets cut calories, fasting repairs communication. Now, let's talk about ghrelin, your hunger hormone. Ghrelin is what tells you it's time to eat. In people who eat constantly, ghrelin fires off signals like a broken alarm clock, loud, frequent, and inaccurate. But fasting reprograms that rhythm. Within a few weeks, ghrelin learns your new schedule. Hunger becomes predictable, manageable, even calm. You stop feeling like a victim to cravings. You're finally back in control. Then comes leptin, your satiety hormone. Leptin's job is to tell your brain when you're full. But when you're inflamed or insulin resistant, leptin's message gets lost. You keep eating because your brain never gets the signal to stop. Fasting restores that communication channel. Your brain begins to recognize fullness again. You naturally eat less, not because you're forcing it, but because your biology is finally speaking the truth. Here's an analogy. Imagine your metabolism as a smartphone. Dieting is like closing a few apps to save battery life. Fasting, it's pressing the restart button. It clears out the background junk, resets the system, and makes everything run smoother. You don't lose power, you gain efficiency. When you fast, you also activate autophagy, your body's cellular detox system. Autophagy literally means self-eating, but in a good way. Your body identifies old, damaged cells and recycles them into new, healthy components. It's like spring cleaning for your body at the cellular level. Those fasting hours are when your body gets to take out the metabolic trash, something that never happens when you're eating all day. This detoxification process is one of the key benefits of fasting. Your liver offloads toxins, your mitochondria repair themselves, and your immune system becomes more efficient. This is why so many people who fast consistently report clearer skin, better digestion, and sharper focus. It's not magic, it's metabolic maintenance. And let's address one of the biggest myths. Fasting slows your metabolism. False. Dieting, especially chronic calorie restriction, slows your metabolism because your body thinks it's starving. Fasting, on the other hand, increases human growth hormone, HGH, and maintains lean muscle while promoting fat burning. You're not starving your body, you're teaching it to access its stored energy. You're not slowing down, you're shifting gears. This is what makes fasting a metabolism repair protocol, not a diet. Diets are external control systems. They rely on willpower, rules, and restrictions. Fasting is internal alignment. It relies on rhythm, intelligence, and trust. You're syncing with the natural design of your body instead of fighting against it. Another way to look at it, dieting is like constantly pressing the gas pedal. You keep feeding, and eventually the engine overheats. Fasting is like lifting your foot off the gas so the system can cool, reset, and run efficiently again. And the emotional impact, massive. When you stop living by the clock of constant eating, you free up time, focus, and confidence. You start realizing that hunger doesn't control you. It's simply a signal you can observe and respond to consciously. That shift changes everything. You stop chasing the next meal and start living your day with energy and purpose. After all, fasting isn't about deprivation. It's about liberation. It's a biological reset that taps into your body's ancient wisdom. You're not biohacking your system, you're honoring it. You're reminding your body how to heal, how to burn fat, how to balance hormones, and how to thrive the way it was always meant to. So when someone asks, "What diet are you on?" you can smile and say, "I'm not dieting. I'm resetting." Because fasting isn't about eating less. It's about living more. Will fasting 16 hours make me lose muscle? Absolutely not. In fact, fasting can help preserve and even protect lean muscle. Here's why. When insulin is low and growth hormone rises during fasting, your body shifts into repair mode, not breakdown mode. Growth hormone acts like a bodyguard for your muscles, keeping them intact while your body taps into fat stores for energy. You don't lose muscle when fasting, you lose inflammation and fat. The key is to stay hydrated, hit your protein targets during your eating window, and strength train. Remember, fasting doesn't weaken you. It awakens you. What can I drink during fasting? Great question, and one of the most common in every fasting 16 hours guide. The rule is simple. Anything that doesn't spike insulin or break your fast is fair game. Water, perfect. Black coffee, absolutely. Green tea or herbal tea, go for it. Electrolytes with no sugar, even better. But skip anything with sweeteners, even 0-calorie ones. They can still trigger insulin and cravings. Think of fasting as a clean window for cellular repair. The fewer distractions you give your body, the deeper the healing. Does fasting slow metabolism? Nope. That's an old myth left over from the dieting world. Dieting slows your metabolism because you're constantly restricting calories, sending your body into survival mode. Fasting does the opposite. When you fast, your growth hormone and norepinephrine levels increase, which actually boosts metabolism. Your body becomes more efficient at burning fat, not less. Studies show that short-term fasting increases metabolic rate by up to 14%. You're not starving your metabolism. You're training it to burn cleaner fuel. Can I still get results without keto? Yes, fasting works beautifully with or without keto. The two pair well together, but fasting alone is powerful enough to reset your hormones, lower insulin, and promote fat burning. Here's the truth. Fasting isn't about what you eat, it's about when you eat. That said, when you break your fast with real, whole foods, proteins, healthy fats, and vegetables, your results skyrocket. If you prefer not to go full keto, just cut back on processed carbs and sugars, and you'll still experience incredible intermittent fasting results. How do I manage hunger in the beginning? In the first week or two, hunger is part of the process. Your ghrelin, or hunger hormone, is adjusting to your new schedule. It's not real emergency hunger. It's just your body's clock asking, hey, when's lunch? The best fasting tip for beginners is to hydrate. Most hunger is actually dehydration. Sip on mineral water, black coffee, or green tea. Stay busy. Boredom amplifies hunger. And remind yourself that every hunger wave passes within minutes. You're teaching your body to burn stored fuel instead of demanding snacks. That's progress, not pain. What if I work out? Should I still fast? Yes, and your workouts might actually improve. Training in a fasted state boosts fat burning and enhances insulin sensitivity. Your body becomes better at mobilizing stored energy. If you're doing strength training, just make sure to eat a solid meal afterward with protein to help recovery. You'll be amazed how strong you feel training on an empty stomach. That's your mitochondria firing clean energy. Can fasting cause low energy or brain fog? It can, temporarily. During the adjustment period, your body is switching from sugar burning to fat burning. That transition can feel sluggish at first, but once you're metabolically flexible, your energy stabilizes. Your brain starts running on ketones, clean, efficient fuel that enhances focus and mood. Give your body 10-14 days to adapt. After that, your morning energy will feel calm and powerful. No crash, no caffeine dependency. Is fasting safe for women? Absolutely, but it should be done with awareness. Women's bodies are more sensitive to hormonal shifts, so it's best to ease in. Start with 12 hours, then move to 14 or 16 as your body adjusts. Fasting can actually balance hormones by improving insulin sensitivity and lowering inflammation. Just make sure you're eating enough nutritious food during your eating window. Fasting should empower your body, not stress it. Can I do fasting every day? Yes. In fact, most people thrive on a daily fasting rhythm once adapted. Think of it like brushing your teeth. It's just part of your wellness routine. That said, it's perfectly fine to have flexibility. If you go out for dinner or travel, adjust your window. Fasting isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Consistency, not rigidity, creates transformation. What's the biggest mistake beginners make? Overthinking it. People treat fasting like a diet plan with rules to follow, but fasting is freedom, not restriction. The biggest mistake is obsessing over the clock, calories, or numbers. Just pick a window that fits your lifestyle and stick with it. Your body is smarter than any app. You don't need to micromanage. You just need to trust the process. So if you're new to fasting and wondering whether it's right for you, here's the truth: fasting 16 hours a day isn't just a strategy for fat loss. It's a biological rhythm reset. You're retraining your hunger hormones, restoring your metabolism, and reconnecting with your body's natural intelligence. Every question you ask leads to one answer. Your body already knows what to do. You just have to give it the chance. You've made it this far. You've learned the science, experienced the transformation, and felt the shift in your energy. Now it's time to take fasting from a 30-day challenge to a fasting lifestyle, a way of living that honors your biology, your intuition, and your rhythm. Because fasting isn't a phase you finish, it's a relationship you nurture for life. You see, fasting is not about perfection or rigid rules. It's about metabolic flexibility, the ability to adapt, to eat when it serves you, and to rest your body when it needs space. It's about freedom. You're not counting calories, weighing food, or living in guilt. You're living in alignment. Some days you'll fast for 16 hours, some days you'll do 18, and other times you might go a full 24 hours. It's not punishment, it's empowerment. You're in full control of the rhythm that works for your life. The most successful intermittent fasting transformations aren't built on strict discipline, they're built on self-awareness. You start tuning in, asking your body what it needs, not what the world tells you to eat. You'll begin to notice that your hunger isn't always physical. Sometimes it's emotional, sometimes habitual, and sometimes it's just boredom dressed up as appetite. But now you have the awareness to pause and choose consciously. That's sustainable fasting. When you embrace this lifestyle, you realize that fasting is not about deprivation, it's about liberation. You're no longer chasing the next diet trend because you've found what works for your biology. You've reset your metabolism, balanced your hormones, healed your gut, and quieted the noise of constant eating. You've learned that silence, those fasting hours, is where your body speaks the loudest. Fasting teaches you more than metabolic control. It teaches patience, presence, and power. You learn how to be comfortable in stillness, how to listen to the subtle cues your body gives you. It's not just a physical transformation, it's emotional mastery. You realize that you are not your cravings, you are the one who observes them. You are not controlled by your habits, you are the one who creates them. And that's the beauty of living a fasting lifestyle. It becomes effortless. You stop forcing it and start flowing with it. Your body knows when it needs nourishment and when it needs rest. You'll have days when life gets busy and you shorten your fast, and that's okay. Sustainability comes from flexibility. The magic isn't in fasting perfectly, it's in fasting consistently. Imagine this version of you. The one who wakes up energized, confident, and calm. You're no longer thinking about food all day. You're thinking about life, purpose, and growth. You've built a relationship with your body based on trust, not fear. You've achieved metabolic freedom, the ability to go without food and feel incredible. You're thriving in balance, not chasing extremes. Now, think of how far you've come. From battling cravings and fatigue to feeling strong, clear, and focused. From being reactive to being in control. That's not just a change in diet. That's a change in identity. You've become the kind of person who leads with discipline and compassion. The kind of person who inspires others not by talking about fasting, but by living it. This is your new normal. a rhythm of nourishment and rest, a dance between eating and healing. You've discovered the ancient wisdom your body always had, the wisdom to heal, to adapt, and to thrive without constant input. You've proven that health isn't found in a supplement or a strict plan. It's found in the space you create for your body to reset. And now it's time to pay it forward. Someone out there is struggling, trapped in the same cycles you broke free from. Share what you've learned. Be the example. Tell them fasting isn't about starving. It's about remembering. It's about coming home to the body's natural intelligence. You've unlocked the wisdom your body always had. Now share it. Be the ripple that inspires change. If this message resonated with you, share this video with someone who's ready for a reset, someone who's ready to reclaim their energy, their health, and their freedom. Because when one person heals, it gives others permission to do the same. Fasting isn't a trend, it's a truth. And now you're living it.